So Leute, es geht weiter. Ich küsse euch. Cutscene.
Let's stop a moment to catch our breath.
But I've barely worked up a sweat.
Speak for yourself. What do you want, a medal? Doesn't look like we're being followed. Fail to grab these rare moments of quiet when you can. You'll end up regretting it later.
You're the boss.
Selten. Wenn du in einem Lager rastest, werden die KP und HP deiner Gruppe wiederhergestellt. Während der Rast kannst du Plaudereien und Videos ansehen, die du bereits angeschaut hast.
Normally we should take turns standing
Ach
up.
super, und das ist... Ja, hey, kauft doch unsere DLC-Artikel. Das ist schon ein bisschen frech, finde ich. Na, wenn du es im Menü hast, okay. Aber geht mir das doch nicht im Game jetzt in diesem Lager. Also das finde ich schon ein bisschen dreist.
Well, aren't you getting comfortable? You realize there are still Zoogles prowling around out here, right?
Ah, don't be a spoil sport. It's important to let your mind and spirit relax. Does you a lot more good than you might think.
Zephyr, why aren't you concerned about who I am?
You feeling left out, son?
No, it's not that. But
You said you wanted to fight so that you can live a free man. At this point, that's all that matters. Even if it somehow turned out you were a Renin, it wouldn't be such a big deal.
a Renin?
Until we know who you are, we can't rule anything out. Besides, we've already got Shion with us. At this point, what's one more Renin as long as they're on our side?
So you don't see every Renin as an enemy?
Our goal isn't to hunt down and kill all Renins. We only arm ourselves as much as we need to set ourselves free. If you can believe it, not every Danon agrees with what we're doing either.
Are you saying we have enemies among the Danons?
Not quite. They're
Die
just not
Dänen, sie greifen wieder
so,
an.
The thing you have to remember is that everyone
Die
has
Dänen
their
und die
own path to
Ballsacks.
walk.
I'm not sure I understand.
That's okay. Just focus on what we have to do right now.
Ich mag es, dass das wie so Comic-Panels ist. Und immer so, das einzelne Panel wird immer vorgelesen. Wisst ihr, wie ich meine? Das ist richtig cool gemacht. Schönes Stilelement.
How come you don't have a scar on your hand?
A scar? What do you mean?
The Crimson Crows all tore off their own spirit cores, right? But your hand doesn't show any signs of ever having a core like theirs. Why not?
I don't know. I don't remember anything about myself from before Doc found me.
Seriously? You have that mask, you don't feel any pain, and you just happen to know how to fight with a sword? No way. You must remember something.
I'm not lying if that's what you think. Believe me, I wish I knew who the hell I am. But I don't. It's funny how I didn't have any time for soul searching while digging up rocks in a mine.
Still.
Are you saying you've told us everything about yourself?
Zephyr.
It's bad manners to pry when you've got plenty to hide yourself.
You're not gonna ask me about my past too?
Only when I think it's necessary. You're a real man of mystery, I'll admit. That said, I'm not one to dig around in someone's business just out of curiosity. If you remember something and feel like sharing, you're free to do so. For now, I think that's good enough.
Right. Thank you.
Na dann. Oh wow, wie viele Skits kommen da?
Can you even see out of that thing? Like, at all?
Of course I can. How else do you think I managed to avoid tripping everywhere I go?
What is that thing anyway? It doesn't look like anything Dan and I've ever seen.
Beats me. I don't remember anything about my past. When I came to, I was already wearing it. If I could get it off, I would. Damn thing makes it hard to eat. And I can't scratch my face when it itches. It's the worst.
Honestly, I'm just impressed you've managed to survive this long looking like that. I'm sure you attract attention wherever you go.
Most of the other Danons don't pay it any mind. It's in everyone's best interest to just keep their heads down, focus on their work, and pretend they don't notice.
What about the Renan soldiers? Didn't they notice?
The guards? They're more the kill first, ask questions later type. Be in the wrong place or step out of line and you're dead. Mask or no mask. That said, as long as you keep your head down and don't cause trouble, they mostly ignore you. Honestly, sometimes they don't look all that keen to stir up trouble themselves. A friend of mine said it's because if they kill us without a good reason, it could delay the work and put them behind schedule. At that point, it'd be their necks on the line. You should know more about all that than me, though, right?
I don't serve any of the lords. But I see what you mean. After 3 centuries of run and rule without much upheaval, it's possible the soldiers might be losing their edge. All this trouble we've caused might be the first excitement they've had in a while.
Well, I don't plan on getting killed for their amusement.
So. Im November kommt SMT5. Ja, stimmt. Habe ich auch Bock drauf. Den Jakowai, grüß dich. Wie geht's dir? Weiter. Wir rasten mal. Wir wollen rosten. Dann fliegt das Ding ab vom Kopf. Easy.
A master core, huh? Now I see. So that's why Balsef's cronies were so desperate to catch her.
Der Ballsack, ne?
What it's called? The jeweler
Ich kann hier nie wieder was anderes hören als Ballsack.
Oh, right. You don't remember a damn thing, do you?
Den fühle ich komplett, den Ballsack.
I guess it's time to fill you back in. Tell me.
Tim, vielen Dank dir für den Host. Für den Raid. Kuss auf die Nase. Hallo Leute, ich bin der Stefan, ich bin 30 Jahre dick, ab und zu lustig. Meistens schwitzig, nur macht sich bequem. Wir sind drauf und dran herauszufinden, um was es hier geht. Und was Ballsack damit zu tun hat. Also mal reinhocken und mal gucken. Kid Unglaublicher, grüß dich. Kefka, hi, grüß dich. Na, ihr? Bester erster Eindruck, erstmal Boobies. Gibt's immer Boobies bei mir. Ich spiele doch fast nur JRPGs. Wir setzen mal fort. Tim, wie geht's dir, mein Großer?
Well, when you put it like that, I always just assumed we were mining resources for them.
Then don't you think it'd be quicker if they used all that high-powered tech they have? Why go to all the trouble of relying on weak human labor? Listen, what the Renans are really after isn't resources or minerals. It's astral energy. They're harvesting the astral energy that sleeps inside all matter in life forms. And they're doing it the same way they have for the past 300 years, using us Danans as mere siphons.
Die Dänen.
Right. They have machines for minerals, but extracting from Danans requires spirit cores. Any astral energy collected passes through a spirit vessel on its way to being stored in a master core.
But why go to the trouble of collecting all this energy in the first place? Do they really need all that juice just to use astral arts?
It determines the sovereign.
Sovereign? Is that the Renan ruler?
Exactly. 5 lords, each doing whatever it takes to gather as much astral energy as they can and store it in their master cores. Whichever of them manages to accumulate the most power at the end of their contest is crowned the ruler of the Renan motherland.
Das ist quasi wie bei Harry Potter mit den
The
Hauspunkten.
crown contest, as they call it, is held every decade or so.
So you see, the master cores are the receptacles in which the lords store their power. And we Danans are sacrificed, so the Renans can choose their new ruler.
That's insane! You're telling me that's what our people have been dying for this whole time?
Relax, hero. You're not the only one who's bent out of shape about the whole thing. There are 2 things that I haven't been able to get my head around yet. What business would a Renan have stealing a master core? And what's the deal with that blazing sword?
I think the sword is a physical manifestation of the Master Core's astral energy. As for why it took the shape of a sword, well, I don't know any more than you do.
Okay,
Honest.
Dann könnt die Kerne als so eine Form annehmen. Dann hat der eine Dude aus dem Intro-Safe auch einen Kern.
I'm the only one of us who can control the Master Core to some extent. Without me to adjust the flow of astral energy, the sword can't take a physical form.
What do you want out of this? You may be one of them, but you don't strike me as the ruthless oppressor type.
I'm going to take down all of the lords.
Never thought I'd say this, but I like the cut of your jib, Renan. Very well. As far as we're concerned, the struggle continues either way. And with that sword on our side, our chances of victory just increased. That is, of course, assuming we can count the two of you in.
Die sind halt schon so ein interessantes Paar, ne?
Fine by me. After all, it sounds like we're after the same thing anyway.
Honestly, I'm still a little confused by all this. But if it's a choice between this or going back to being a slave, then I choose to fight.
Richtig so.
Then it's settled. Together we'll overthrow the Renan lords. And first up on that chopping block is Balsef, the wild beast.
Balsek.
Sound good?
Was denkst du nach, Girl? Suddenly it's Hentai, okay.
I've gotta hurry.
Ja. Sie ist halt ultra hot. Wen meinst du, Tim? Also ich finde die Blonde ja richtig cool. Ich will sie nicht spoilern, aber ich finde sie richtig cool. Warum hat sie dann einen Kern? Sie ist ja kein... Vielleicht ist sie ja ein Lord oder eine Lady. Die Gruppendynamik ist super interessant. Ich finde halt so das Zusammenspiel zwischen den beiden cool, weil, ne, er keine Erinnerungen, fühlt keinen Schmerz. Sie, ja, ich paralysiere alle, die ich anfasse, außer Protagonisto-Chan. Ja, interessant, ist cool gemacht. Die Downer, Kuss auf die Nuss, vielen Dank für den, für das verschenkte Abo, Alter. Im Sense, ja, ich brauche das DLC leider wahrscheinlich über kurz oder lang. So, jetzt machen wir mal ein bisschen was, habe ich gehört. Da hinten können wir ein bisschen was abbauen. Hä, ich bin super verlegen, weil ich ein Cutie bin. Ich bin so ein shy Uwu-Girl. Daddy! Protagonisto-Charme. Weizen, Alter. Richtig geil, erstmal Gluten gönnen. Gehen wir da runter? Da gibt's doch safe was für mich, wenn ich da runter kann. Meine Doppel-Ds, die gibt's nur auf OnlyFans, weißt du doch. Auf onlyfans.com/slutty Uwu-Girl Bitchboy. Da findet ihr mich. Ein Karpfen, Alter! Boah, ist das ein Franke oder was? Salbei. Machen wir erstmal einen schönen antibiotischen Tee. Ich habe kein Geld, aber Bette professionell gibt Subs. Es sind auch immer gerne gesehen, solche Leute. Stefans Doppel-Ds, Digimon und Dr. Pepper. Jessie kennt mich einfach zu gut. Das war doch die OnlyFans-Seite, die ich letztens gesehen habe. Eben. Hast du mich nicht erkannt? Muss an meiner Eisenmaske gelegen haben, als ich da mein krasses Feuerschwert geschwungen habe. Mich so richtig reingeschwungen. Und dann dachte ich mir so, geil. Ich fühle ja gar keinen Schmerz. Okay.
That is one enormous stray.
I
Wow.
don't think we can take it right now.
Es wird langsam ein bisschen open-worldelig.
We've almost made it to Ulzebek.
Ey, will ich den probieren? Der bringt mich doch safe um, oder? Nein. Jetzt will ich ihn erst recht probieren. Ich war ja eben schon ein One-Hit-Kill bei den anderen Viechern. Quatsch, das sieht nicht stark aus. Warum denn? Weil er ein bisschen rot geglitzert hat? Kommt mal ran hier, ihr Zeugels.
I'll take you all on. You're mine. You're surrounded. Just stay calm. I'm not done. How's this? Guess we gotta roll with it.
You're finished! Swallow blade!
Mega Rave.
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Oh, wow.
Take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware
Wow.
without you reminding me. First aid!
Here I come.
Thanks, girl.
Here I come.
Ooh, thanks for the healing, baby.
Flash!
How's this?
You're finished! Rising Wyvern!
Kannst du mal aufhören, da weg zu Ubun?
Here I come! You're finished! Slash! Here I
Slice, Schwalbenklinge. Wow.
Wow.
Hä, ich hab doch jetzt
Take a look at
einen
that.
nur gekillt. Kann man das Kampfsystem vergleichen mit FF7 Remake? Nee. Ist halt ein Action-Kampfsystem. Aber ist schon nicht wie in FF7 Remake. Ach Tom, ich level ein bisschen und dann klatsche ich den mal noch irgendwann, wenn ich mal groß bin. Was ist denn das für eine Eule? Schuhu! Hundeschwanz erhalten. Was?
That's an unusual bird.
Kriege ich von denen Zeug? Nicht dein Ernst. Nicht. Okay.
It's an owl.
Gibt's da auch coole Sachen oder nur so Hundeschwänze?
Normally I don't pick on the weak.
You're finished! Rising Wyvern! Thanks!
Shion ist klasse, wie sie mich da richtig geil reinheilt.
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Here I go.
Don't go charging off like that. I'm on it.
Okay.
Ja, ich liebe Shibas, ne? Ich liebe sie, aber ich will nicht irgendwie ein Mensch mit so einem Hubu-Hundeschwanz sein. Nee, nee, nee. Geil, noch mehr Zeugels.
No choice.
Ubu, werde mein Zeugel.
Rising Wyvern! Take this! You're finished!
Ja, der Boxer-Dude ist zu heftig. Der killt die so krass rein, ne? Den werden wir safe nicht lange in der Gruppe haben.
Swallow blade!
Pathetic.
Brillen finde ich interessant. Fernzocker, schlaf schön, Alter. Ein Parallaxstein. Ich finde das ganz cool auch mit den Eulen, ja. Finde ich ganz nice. Gerade wenn die sich ein bisschen bemerkbar machen, wenn du so in der Nähe bist. Das ist cool gemacht. Ulzebek.
Okay, people, this is it. Ulzebek.
No sign of
Das
any
alte
running guards.
Bielefeld.
The Renans aren't as populous as the Danans.
Das Saarland.
Probably figure stationing guards in a place like this would be a waste of precious manpower.
So this is where the next safe house is?
Yes. The last place they think to look for enemies is on their own doorstep.
Saban kommt noch, okay, da bin ich gespannt.
That is, assuming anyone actually made it here before us.
Zephyr!
Looks like we needn't have worried. Come on.
Dann kommen wir mal on. Na? Die Hühner haben gerade ihre Eier gelegt und diese verdammten Strahlaugen haben alle Eier gestohlen. Sie haben kein einziges übrig gelassen. Ich hoffe, dass diese Panzersoldaten nicht vorhaben, länger hier zu bleiben und wieder abhauen, wie sie es in Mosul gemacht haben. Es klingt, als hätte es eine Explosion entlang der Gleise gegeben. Waren das die Karmesincreme? Das war deine Mutter, die hat zu viel gefressen. Ich weiß nicht, warum ich so bin. Ja, okay. Kann ich mit dem Water irgendwas machen? Aber, aha.
Should this really be here?
Geil, Apfelgelee. So. Loot. Looty Loot. Looty Looty Loot. Huch. Okay. Dann weiß ich schon mal, wie man... Huch.
Cut it out. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's rude to stare?
Hey Chris, na, wie geht's
I
dir?
know I already asked you this, but are you sure we haven't met somewhere before?
What's so hard to understand? I'm Renan, you're Danon. There's no way. Besides, I'm from Lenegis. Trust me, wherever you were before you lost your memory, we've never crossed paths.
Lenegis? You mean the same Lenegis that's up in the sky? I've heard it called the Renan's Castle, but I never imagined people actually lived up there.
Well then, where did you think we all lived? Didn't you see the Renan Lords descend for the crown contest?
And how long ago was that?
Well, the current contest started 7 years ago, so...
Then I wouldn't remember.
Just how far back do you remember?
About a year, give or take. That's how long ago Doc found me.
1 year. Then no. I'm sorry, but there really is no way we could have met.
Guess not.
Okidoki. Chris, mir geht's soweit ganz okay. Bisschen müde, aber sonst okay. Das blaue Eckchen da oben, das blaue Kistchen da oben. Was macht denn der da? Das ist jetzt nicht, wo ich hin muss, ne? Ja, ja, der lässt mich noch nicht durch da. Ich verstehe. Krass, das Klopfen kommt halt echt von ihm. Also das verfolgt mich so im Kopfhörer. Da könnte ich jetzt ein bisschen ins Gashaus. Da kann ich dann auch nicht durch. Dann muss ich jetzt tatsächlich mit dem Dude da reinquatschen. Anscheinend muss ich einfach nur rein, okay. Cool. Cool.
Zephyr, you made it! See? I told you there's no way Zephyr would have kicked the bucket.
Fine, you were right. So, what's the plan?
Well, we've got an ace up our sleeve and the enemy's in disarray. I say we strike while the iron's hot.
So we're finally going head-to-head with Balsef.
That's right. We can't afford to mess this up. It's now or never.
Then now it is. We've all been waiting for this day for far too long.
Leave the plan to me. In the meantime... Yeah, you two need to do something about your outfits.
Danke.
I have just the thing for your size. Stay right there, okay?
So ein Zufall aber auch. Kriege ich jetzt so eine kleine Schleife an die Maske? Das wäre übelst funny. Würde ich komplett fühlen.
Ta-da! I told you, it fits like a dream. I'm afraid we don't have any Renan clothing. I could find you some Danon outfits.
Ich meine, in der Demo hatten die aber auch andere Klamotten an, ne?
Is this really that important?
In case you need reminding, I'm here because our interests overlapped. Nothing more. At no point did I say I've given up.
RGB-Maske, das ist so eine Daft Punk-Maske, die so rumleuchtet, das wäre voll cool.
He's our one-stop shop for info around here. With any luck, he might just know something.
Wir haben eine ozeanblaue Kampftracht. Und damit beenden wir diesen Part. Wir sehen uns im nächsten Part wieder. Kuss auf Linus.